Hello and welcome to the short Vort on Parshas Korach. One of the things about Parshas Korach is we always learn, a lot of these lessons of what not to do, how to not be a machlokas shelo shem shemaim, how to make sure that you are a machlokas l'shem shemaim. What's machlokas l'shem shemaim? When all the people are on the same side with the same goal. For example, a Beis Din, even though they may disagree, but the goal is to come out with the truth that Hashem wants, the heavenly proper derech, versus the machlokas of Korach and Adasso, that they were arguing amongst themselves. It wasn't Korach versus Moshe that's mentioned in the Mishnah and Pirkei Avos, but the fact that each one had their own agenda, they all wanted their own benefit. That's something that's not L'Shem Shemaim. That's something that is not Mekuyam. In fact, that's why, because there was no emes in there, that something that totally has no truth also is something that's not Mekayim. When you have a lie, you need at least a little bit of truth. So since they had no truth in there, that's why Moshe said, tomorrow this will happen, and sure enough, tomorrow right away the thing was nullified and gone. There was no remembrance of this, of all the people involved. They were swallowed up in the earth. Of course, we have a remembrance in the Torah, but that's to learn a lesson. But let's learn something positive in this machlokas, and that is the way Moshe Rabbeinu acted. But first, let's see the importance of acting a certain proper way. And from a mashal or a story that happened with Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach Zatzal, he was once asked by a Yemenite family to be Masad Kedushin for them, and as he was getting ready to start the chuppah process, he was told that one of the witnesses for the marriage contract, one of the agent, was not valid because he was one of the Dardaim sect, apparently a bunch of heretics, and he was in a quandary. With about to start the process, it would be very embarrassing and disruptive to the chassan and kala to not proceed, as well as to this individual himself. So what did Rav Shlomo Zalman do? He went over to this aide and he said to him, people always ask me to be Messiah Kedushin, but I've never had the zechus to be one of the witnesses. Can you swap positions with me? I'll be the aide, and you'll be Messiah Kedushin. The person, of course, was hesitant, but after the insistence of Rav Shlomo Zalman, he agreed to be Messiah Kedushin, and that Rav Shlomo Zalman was the aide. So we see from this that he was very sensitive not to be embarrassing anyone, not the chassan and kala, not this actual person, and he found a creative way to do it, because shalom is the main thing, to have peace amongst people and not to embarrass people. Moshe Rabbeinu, he was being attacked by Korach and repeatedly by Dasan and Aviram, and yet he tried to reconcile and figure out a way to make it peaceable. He even came to them. He was the leader of the nation. He came to their tent. They were still disrespectful to him, but he came to them to try to make peace. That's what Moshe Rabbeinu's lesson is. That's the lesson of Rav Shlomo Zalman, that the first and ikar of life is to be peaceful and to be respectful of everyone. So let's take this positive lesson from Parshas Korach. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful week and a wonderful Shabbos.